Late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the Montana ranch as William Will Carter mended fence posts, 52 years old, with gray-streaked hair and hands weathered by work. He wore faded jeans and a worn flannel shirt. Trancher widower for 12 years. His wife Rebecca had died, so he'd been told car accident when she was 8 months pregnant with twins. Both supposedly died with her. Will had never recovered, threw himself into the ranch, built it into something successful, but lived alone always. Alone, haunted by what he'd lost. He was loading tools into his truck when he saw them two girls, maybe 12 years old, identical, dark hair, like Rebecca's, blue eyes, like his. They stood at the ranch house, backpacks on, scared, determined. Will's heart stopped. "Can I help you?" The girls looked at each other, then at him. "Are you William Carter?" "Yes." "Who are you?" One girl stepped forward. "I'm Emma. This is my sister Lily. We're looking for our father." Will felt cold. "Who's your father?" "You're." The world tilted. "That's not possible. My wife died 12 years ago. She was pregnant with twins." "Psh, they died too." "We didn't die," Emma said, her voice shaking. "Mom didn't die either." "Yeah, she's been alive all this time." Will couldn't breathe. "What are you talking about?" Lily pulled out papers, birth certificates, both with his name listed as father. Photos. Rebecca alive, with 2 babies, then toddlers, then young children, all dated after the accident. "Where did you get these from?" "My aunt Emma said." "Mom's sister Sarah. She gave them to us last week when Mom actually died." "What? Mom died 3 weeks ago?" Lily said. "Tears, streaming cancer. We've been living with Aunt Sarah. But yesterday, she told us the truth about you, about everything." Will sat down heavily. "Tell me." Over the next hour in his living room, the girls told him their mother hadn't died 12 years. Koshed faked her death with her sister's help. "Aunt Sarah said," Emma began. "Mom was scared of what of your family?" Lily continued. "Your father, he didn't approve of. Mom said she was beneath you, threatened her." Will remembered his father, cruel, controlling, dead. For 5 years, he threatened her, told her if she didn't leave, he'd make sure she lost the babies, lose custody. Story. Her mom was terrified, Emma said, so Aunt Sarah helped her stage the car accident. Fake death certificates, everything. Mom moved to Oregon, changed her name, raised us alone, told us our father died before we were born. Will felt tears of grief. "Loss. She took you from me. She was protecting us," Lily said, defensive. "From your father. You don't understand. It's what he was like." "I do understand," Will said quietly. "He was a monster. I thought I've spent 12 years mourning all of you." Emma's expression softened. "Mom mourned you too. She kept everything, photos, letters you wrote her, your shirts. She loved you, but she was more scared than she was in love." "Where is she now?" Barry Lily whispered. "In Oregon. Mom made Aunt Sarah promise not to tell you, not to contact you ever, but Aunt Sarah said after Mom died, she couldn't keep lying, couldn't keep us from our real father. So she told us everything and sent us here." Will looked at these girls. His daughter swelled. Years he'd missed. First steps, first words, birthdays, everything. "Why didn't she tell me after my father died she was going to?" Emma said she talked about it all the time, but then she got sick. It happened so fast. 6 months from diagnosis, too. She couldn't finish. Well stood, walked to the window. 12 years stolen. His father's cruel to Rebecca's fear. Now, these strangers who were his blood, his daughters, but didn't know him. What happens now? He finally asked. Aunt Sarah said. Lily pulled out more papers. Mom made her promise. If anything happened, to bring us to you. Legal papers, custody, everything prepared. Mom wanted us to know you eventually. She just ran out of time. We'll read the documents. Custody transfer from Rebecca to him, dated 2 weeks ago. Rebecca's signature, shaky, dying, but clearest, sent them here to him. Finally, you can stay, Will said, in the guest rooms until we figure this out. You don't want us, Emma said. Not a question, a statement. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. We're strangers who show up claiming to be your dead daughters. This is crazy. You are my daughters. Okay, Will said firmly. DNA can prove it, but I don't need proof. You look exactly like her, Kay, and exactly like me. I see it. He turned to them. You're not strangers. You're my children, who I thought were dead, who your mother kept from me out of fear. I'm angry about that. But not at you. Never at you. Over the following weeks, they learned each other. Rima was quiet artistically. Rebecca Lily was outspoken, determinate, like Will both were. Grieving their mother, the only parent they'd known, Will called Rebecca's sister Sarah. Why didn't you tell me? She made me promise. Sarah's voice thick with tears. She was so scared. For your father, he threatened her, threatened the babies. Rebecca was terrified. My father's been dead for 5 years. I know Rebecca was going to tell you then. The cancer, it was so fast, she barely had time to say goodbye. She died, believing she'd done the right thing. She robbed me, Will said, of 12 years she saved them. Sarah countered, from your father. Who knows what he would have done? When knew his father had been capable of anything. 3 months after the girls arrived, Will found Emma crying in the barn. What's wrong? I miss Mom, of course. You do, but also, Emma looked at him. I'm angry at her. It's for lying, for keeping us from you. You're allowed to be angry, but she was my mom, okay? Emma sobbed. I'm not supposed to be angry at dead people. Will sat beside her. Your mom was scared. She made a choice to protect you. It was the wrong choice, but it came from love. You can love her and be angry. Both are true. 6 months after they arrived, Will asked the girls to dinner, just the 3 of them. Hi, need to ask you something. Both girls looked nervous. What do you want to stay here permanently, or do you want to go back to Oregon? To your aunt. Emma and Lily looked at each other. We want to stay, Lily said. If you want us, I want you. Will said, his voice thick. You're my daughters. I've wanted you since before you were born. I just didn't know you existed. 1 year after the girls arrived, Will took them to Rebecca's grave in Oregon. First time he'd seen it. Rebecca, Jane Carterbella's mother. The girls placed flowers. Will stood silent, finally spoke. I'm angry at you for taking them, for lying. For 12 years stolen. He paused. But I understand. My father was a monster. You were protecting them. Thank you for that, and thank you for sending them to me. Finally, Emma and Lily took his hands. She loved you, Emma said. She told us stories about how you met, how you made her laugh, how you wanted to name us after your grandmothers. She never stopped loving you, Lily added. She just loved us more and was more scared. At 13th, girls asked to be adopted legally. We know you're our father, Emma said, biologically. But we want it official. We want your name. We want to be really yours. The adoption was finalized. Emma Carter Lily, Carter official at the courthouse. Will spoke. 12 years ago, he said, I was told my wife died and my unborn twins. I mourned them every day. Then, a year ago, 2 12-year-old girls showed up at my ranch, called me daddy. His voice broke. My wife lied, faked her death, kept my daughters from me out of fear. I lost 12 years, but I have them now. I'm never letting go. Emma stood. A year ago, she said, Mom died. Aunt Sarah told us everything she'd hidden, that our father didn't die, that Mom lied, that we had a dad who didn't know we existed. We were so angry at Mom for lying, at Aunt Sarah for waiting, at you for not finding us, but none of it was your fault. You mourned us while we grew up without you. Now we're here, and we're yours. Finally, Lily added, Mom took us from you, but she sent us back. That has to count for something. Years later, when people asked about his daughters, Will would say they were ghosts. Until they weren't. Emma and Lily would add, Mom kept us hidden, then sent us home, better late than never. And when asked if he forgave Rebecca, Will would say, every day I'm angry, and every day I'm grateful. She gave them life, protected them, then gave them back. That's both the worst and best thing you could have done. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with someone who believes in complicated forgiveness and stolen years returned. Subscribe for more stories about family secrets and love that survives lies. Comment and tell us about reconnecting with what you thought was lost forever. Your story might give someone hope today.